Good Monday morning, TSC family. Merry Christmas. All right, let me exit that music. Look at the Pineapple Express coming into California here. California's in serious trouble, guys. They are in serious trouble for flash flooding. And I do mean some serious trouble there for flash flooding or for California. Um, let's start out with the Storm Prediction Center. Nope, we're going to start with the verse of the day. Sorry, y'all. And it comes from Luke 2:7. And it says, "And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling cloths, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn." This comes from Luke 2:7. "And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in the swaddling cloths, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn." Again, Luke 2:7. All right, let's go to the Storm Protection Center. And you can see that most of the continental U.S. has nothing to worry about today. There is a little bit of thunderstorm activity out there in California and up in the northern west coast. Day 2, everything stays in California. Day 3, everything basically stays in California, y'all. Day 4, nothing out there, but let me just say probably everything stays in California, okay? Y'all, there's not much out there as far as severe weather is concerned, because we're in this very stable air environment in most of the continental U.S., and that's just the truth of it. The biggest problem to come is here in California. For today, they have a moderate risk, which is a very, very high risk. It's not the highest risk, but it's real close to it. They're near the Sacramento area. Major flooding here is more than likely. Flash flooding is going to occur here, coming down these mountainsides, because no snow. This is not going to be snow. It's going to be rain coming in there. It's too warm to rain, too warm to snow in those mountain ranges there. So therefore, it's going to get rain on top of them. And man, oh man, the amount of snow there is already packed in there, y'all. That snow melt there is going to occur. Now, it's not going to melt all that snow, but there's going to melt quite a bit of snow, and water is going to be coming off those mountainsides, guys. And they are in serious trouble there in California, and it doesn't stop today. Look at tomorrow. This is really the only places, y'all, that there's any major problems going on. There's nothing going on in the United States as far as any major problems. This is for tomorrow. Day 3, does it stop? No, it don't. Gosh, dogs. Look here in Los Angeles area. Down there where the burn scars are at. Oh boy. Big time trouble there. Big time trouble there. This is for Christmas. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day timeline. Then day 4. Look at this. California still got going on. Flash flood risk. I mean, almost the entire state there on day 4. Day 5, does it stop? No, doesn't really stop. Look at the LA Basin area. Still got a flash flood crisis going on there. So we have 5 days in a row for basically California to have serious flash flood problems going on. And I do mean serious. I looked at the HR model this morning. You can see the rainfall totals over the entire continental U.S. Not a lot going on. There's a little bit up here in the northeast, but look over at California area. If I zoom in there into that California state, 9 inches of rain over the next 48 hours. From basically the LA Basin all the way up there to Sacramento area. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. You know, good gosh. That's a problem, y'all. That is a big problem. And that's just over the next 48 hours. If you go further out in time, I could go show you let's look at the European model here, further out in time, and go just slightly further out. Look at the LA Basin down there, how it's spreading in. And y'all, look, it's still raining there in the mountains. Now, eventually, it's going to get cold enough to snow. Let's hope. Let's hope eventually it gets cold enough to snow there in those mountains, and instead of rain, it becomes snow. But guys, it's got serious problems that are going on over the next 7 days, basically. big time. I mean, just look at that Pineapple Express there on satellite here. You can just see it coming in. It's coming all the way from Hawaii and making its way all the way there into the basic California basin area. It's just big time troubles there for them. Big time trouble. So say your prayers for that area there, because they are definitely going to be in need of it. Man, oh man, if you look at the heat map here and the temperature forecast anomaly here, if you look what it is currently right now, and you go forward here, look what Christmas comes out to be. There's Christmas Eve right here. Look at almost the entire continental U.S. I would say at least 90% of the U.S. for Christmas morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. Look at that. There's Christmas morning at 7 o'clock. Almost the entire nation is well above normal for temperature wise. Well above normal. And in some cases, it is as much as 40 degrees above normal. 40 degrees above normal in places at 7 a.m. on Christmas morning. Y'all, it's just a heat map. That's all this is, purely. I mean, it's a scorching Christmas across the country. It really will be. Florida, down at Tampa Bay, we're going to be about average. We're going to be average. But while the rest of the country is scorching. Now, it doesn't mean now, y'all, that back in the Rockies, okay, for instance, that it's not going to still be cool. It is going to be cool. But it's still 40 degrees above normal. And I'll show you that. Let me go to the central region here. Just to give you an idea. So if I go to the central region here, there's where the 40 degrees above normal is, right there. How cold is it at 7 a.m. though? You think it's still, say, below maybe 32 degrees? Well, it is. Look at it. It's 27 degrees. But still way above normal. What does that mean? Well, it should be maybe in the mountains there, maybe below zero in places. It should be. It should be. So you can see the heat. Look at Texas. In the mid-60s. Indiana in the 60s. Southern Indiana in the 60s. Kentucky, you're in the 60s. And look what it heats up to at say 1 p.m. in the afternoon. There's 1 p.m. Look at the heat across the south here. Even all the way up here in Great Lakes region. And look at the anomaly there at 1 p.m. We're all well above normal. If we go to the east, all above normal except way up here in the northeast. Everywhere above normal for Christmas at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So Christmas is going to be a very, very warm Christmas and a very hot. If you like warmth, it's going to be fantastic. Snow skiing out west and in the central, say the Rockies area, still could be snow skiing. Okay, still could be snow skiing with the true temperature there. It's about 35 degrees there in the higher elevations there. But look at the 60s there in Colorado, part of it. Y'all, it's just crazy heat coming in for Christmas Day. And you look down in the southeast region. Look at Tampa Bay. If you want a really nice, beautiful day for Christmas, about 76 degrees at 1 p.m. with relatively low humidity. Here's the humidity content. Here's the dew points here. Look at, we're only 50 degree dew points down here in Tampa. 60s up in the humidity is higher up in Indiana than what it is down here in Tampa Bay. So relatively a dry air mass here in Florida, with temperatures going to reach nearly 80 degrees on Christmas Day, but low humidity, which means it's going to feel like much cooler than 80 degrees, y'all. I'll take that. I'll take that. You know, I like a cold Christmas, quite frankly. Do you like a cold New Year? Well, buckle up, because it might be a cold New Year for many in the U.S. And I'll show you that now. Let's go to the New Year. And here's where things get interesting and change. Big change is going to be coming. Okay? Now watch this heat, especially in the eastern half of the United States, gets displaced here. Now I'm using the European model as a basis here. Look how the heat moves out of the West Coast here on the 27th. Look how much cooler it is. Big, huge dome of cold air up there in Canada. Now, does that cold air stay up there at bad stuff that stay up there? Well, it kind of makes its way to the Great Lakes region. Now, this is the 29th. Look how that heat is getting displaced with cold air. Now, look at the 29th there. The eastern half of the United States, including down there in Texas, is below normal. Now, how much below normal is it? Y'all, this is not crazy. I seen one person on one forum was putting deceptive maps out there, and it's wrong to do what they did. They were showing this right here. Now, let me show you what they were doing, okay? And I'm not going to dwell on this too much, but I got to show you what they were doing. They were putting up, oops, not this. Hold on here. Temperature. Okay, they were putting up something that looks similar to this right here. Okay? Man, you see all that purple there? You think, oh my gosh, Tim, what we got going on here? This looks bad. This looks really bad. Why does that look so bad for? Because that is a 850 millibar map, okay? An anomaly at 850 millibars. Well, yes, at 850 millibars, okay, which is about 5,000 feet in the air, it's going to look cold. All right? Now, does that cold at 850 millibars, does that mean that the surface is going to be that cold? For God's sakes, no. And that is deceptive. For anybody to place a map out there and show you an 850 millibar map like this is being very deceitful. Okay? It's very deceitful, very untrustworthy to do something like this. You'll never see me ever do that and deceive y'all. I will never, ever do that. So here is the actual temperature. Okay? Now let me move into this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let me move there into the east. I'll just move the east here. Okay? Now again, this looks very bad. Right? That looks very super bad. Here is the 850 millibar temperature. Now here's the other thing. This is in Celsius. Notice there's no Celsius. There's no Fahrenheit temperature. It's all Celsius. So what does that look? Look at this. If you look at this right here, then look what it is. It's 15, 20 degrees below 0 Celsius. 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. Below 0 Celsius temperature. Now, what's the actual temperature look like here? And let's just say, let's look and see what the wind chill looks like now. The actual wind chill. It's cold, yes, but it's not that crazy cold that they were trying to deceive you with. You see what I'm saying? This is cold. Now here's the real temperature. 19 degrees. They're in Ohio. Very deceptive when you looked at it with all that major purple there, isn't it? It's not nearly as bad as what it looks. So at 1 o'clock on Tuesday morning, 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, after Christmas, this is a temperature forecast. If I go to 7 a.m. in the morning, there it is. Now, some very cold air up there in Wisconsin and Minnesota area, yes, below 0. But that's how much is that kind of expected up there? Well, maybe not below 0 temperatures, but it's usually expected to be cold up there, right? Indiana, 17 to 21. That's not all that crazy bad, is it? It's cold, but it isn't crazy bad. You see my point? If I show you the 850 millibar here, okay, it looks much worse. Now again, let me show you the 850 millibar temperature. There it is. Oh my God, that looks horrible. That looks absolutely horrible. But y'all, don't be fooled by some of the graphics that you're seeing out there on some of these pages, okay? Cold, yes, but not crazy cold like some people tried to portray, okay? Just understand what we got going on here. It's gonna be cooler, but not as cold as people say. As some people say. Now here's the anomaly. It's 12 degrees below normal. 12 degrees below normal, say in Evansville. Maybe 8 degrees below normal there in Tampa Bay. You go over to the central region, say Texas area, you're just a few degrees below normal. southern Texas, 9 degrees below normal. You all in South Texas will take that and say, okay, that's great, but don't get fooled by that map though. Okay, that some people are sharing, you guys. They're being very deceitful, guys. Okay, that should not happen. Okay, they should not be posting stuff like that and being very deceitful. So here's the temperature. Now let's just watch it here. Did we get colder than this? I'm gonna put up an anomaly again. Did we get colder than maybe this is what we see here, like in the green? Are we gonna get any of that purple coming into play? Well, there is some purples there in the higher elevations of the mountains. Okay, it's gonna be cold temperatures there in the mountains. Again, kind of expected a little bit though, right? And what does it look like on New Year's Eve? Okay, there's New Year's Eve right there. Now, if you like warm temperatures on New Year's Eve, say in Tampa Bay, you're going to be about 16 to 18 degrees below normal. Temperature there, look at that. At 1 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve, this is basically New Year's Eve. Cold, right? Look at 7 a.m. on the 31st. 33 degrees, 33 to 37 degrees here in Tampa, with a wind chill of around 27 to 31 degrees wind chill. So not much wind compared to, in all reality, compared to what the actual temperature is. Just a little bit of a difference. Just a little bit of a difference. And you see what it looks like on the 31st. Now let's go to New Year's Eve. Or New Year's Day. This is New Year's at midnight. This is what your New Year's Eve at midnight on January the 1st looks like. There's the temperature forecast. New York, bundle up, y'all. It's going to be about 21 degrees. Wind chill up area is going to be, maybe in the teens there in New York. It's going to be very cold. So if you're going to New York for the big ball drop, Big Apple, it's going to be cold up there, okay? Anomaly-wise, slightly below normal. All the below normal temperatures are here. But look out west. Look at the central region. Man, another heat dome coming into play, isn't it? So if you want nice temperatures, say in the Rockies, it's going to be pretty nice. It's not going to be real cold. A lot of the outside things that goes on New Year's Eve is going to be very tolerable in the Central Plains and in the Southern Plains, in Texas as an example. It's going to be a super great, quite frankly, a warm New Year's Eve. See? Look on New Year's Day at 1 o'clock in the morning. Here's the actual temperature. 68 degrees in South Texas. 60 degrees in Oklahoma. Kansas, you're going to be from 37 to 59 degrees. There's your temperatures there in Kansas as an example. Missouri, you're in the 50s everywhere. Nice, right? If you have outside activities, 50 degrees is like, wow, bring it on. So y'all, there's going to be changes coming. A little cooler temperatures, a little, but not crazy bad. Don't be deceived by what's showing here, okay, with the temperature. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because it's just, I seen what was going on there. It's like, oh, stop it. Quit trying to get likes and all this other good stuff, because with putting out scared maps out there to people. Y'all, that's deceptive. Now, the eastern half over here is going to be slightly below normal on New Year's Day, and especially New Year's Eve. This is New Year's at 1 o'clock at night on New Year's Day. And a little below normal, but not crazy bad, guys. It just bundle up a little bit. Just bundle up some, and you're fine. You'll be fine. All right, now, what happens after this? What happens after the first of the year? Are we going to turn really cold in the continental U.S.? Are we going to have this heat wave still going on? Now, let's watch this. Does that big purple, does that stay up there in Canada? Or does it work its way in the continental U.S.? Well, it works its way a little bit. Now, look here. Look what it looks like here on January the 5th. Now we got most of the continental U.S., most of it, except for Florida and South Texas. But most of the continental U.S. is now trending what? Below normal. But y'all, not crazy below normal. Let me make sure you understand that. Not crazy below normal. Okay? Now, where's all the snow at? Well, we know we ain't going to have snow around Christmas. That's just not going to happen. Here's the snow totals. Snow up here? Yes. Now, at the very end of this European run right here, at the very end right there, you see that snow coming out of Texas there in Oklahoma, almost pointing its way toward the Ohio Valley region, isn't it? This is on January 5th. Now, again, it's too far out to have a lot of confidence in this, okay? The GFS model really does not give us that snow down here. It stays all up north. Watch this. Look at this. All that snow stays up here. Doesn't really give us a southern snow at all. No, so big difference between the GFS model and European model. Which model is correct? Probably the GFS model in this case would probably be more correct than what the European model is, because we don't normally see snow in the south like this, what the European model is giving us. Doesn't mean the European model is wrong now. Let me make sure you're clear about that. Now, one thing is happening, though, and I hate to even show you this, but I will show it to you because you're seeing all these maps out there, too. But here's a long-range forecast, and I'm going to get out of here, y'all. This is long range. When I mean long range, I mean it's long range. Okay? So, look what the GFS model here is doing on long range. It's giving us a little bit of snow possibilities. All the way out to January 25th, it's giving us a little bit of snow possibility. Kind of in the south down here a little bit, isn't it? Here is the Canadian model, or not the Canadian model, but the European model. Now, look what it's doing. It's got a big, huge snowstorm deep in the south. Now, can we believe that to happen? And when does that happen? When exactly does that happen? Well, it happens toward the end of that forecast run. There it is right there, about the middle of January, around, about January 9th time frame, January 10th time frame, is when a big snowstorm is showing up here on the European long-range model. Now, how much confidence do we have in that? Y'all, that would be crazy if that were to happen, okay? That would be kind of one of those anomalies that we just don't see that often. Again, you're probably going to see this posted out there a lot, okay? No doubt. Very low confidence in this happening, okay? Very low. And I can say that because if I look at the GFS long range, where's all the snow at? Well, there is a little bit of a dip there here in the south, though. Okay, there is, isn't there? There's a little bit of a dip there. So can we have confidence in this? Again, it's long range, guys. I don't have a lot of confidence in long range modeling like that. You can't. But it just gives us a hint of where the snow might possibly be. Now, if you go even further out there in time and you look at the other modeling here, let me show you this. Look at the GFS, extended long range. This takes us out to January 24th. Look at the gray. Look where the snow is at. All the way through Texas, through most of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, and Georgia. There's that snow line right there. Now, it's just the sprinkles of snow. Not much. Hardly enough to even probably cover the ground. But nonetheless, the GFS long range is showing us snow right there. Now, here is the European long range. Now, look what it's doing. It, too, has snow covered almost the entire state of Texas. Almost the entire state of Louisiana. All of Mississippi. Most of Alabama and about half of Georgia is showing to get snow. Now, again, this is long range. But the fact that the European and the GFS long range is both showing something very, very similar to this, can we get a little dosing of snow here in the south, say in about the middle of January? Y'all, it may be possible. Yeah, it may be very possible to have a dusting of snow in the south here, say about middle of January. This is what the long range is giving us right now. Now, again, I don't have a lot of confidence in this long range modeling. But the fact that both of these models are kind of showing something very, very similar, I'm going to put just a possibility of this maybe happening. Because both the GFS and European model almost look identical. They almost look identical. So, yeah, it might be possible. But is that Europe? But the European model, how much belief do you want to believe in that, though? You know, the European long range. I mean, that's just... Is that really going to happen right there? I doubt it, y'all. I doubt that you're going to see something like that. I doubt it. Might it happen? Yes, it might. because it does show up on models, but the confidence level is very, very low for that to happen. How much snow we talk about there? If you want to have a little bit of fun with this, incredible amounts. Say 2 feet of snow there in the. Can you imagine if Atlanta, Georgia, gets 2 feet of snow? What it would look like? It'd be a catastrophic mess, sir. It'd be pure catastrophic mess. Now that's what it looks like. 2 feet of snow there in Atlanta, Georgia area. Again, I can't believe that, right? No. Can't believe it. Atlanta, Georgia's going to get 2 feet of snow. Might it happen? Well, it might. But again, I doubt we're going to see something like that. I doubt it. Y'all, this is more fun and than anything. You can't have a lot of confidence in a map like this for that extended long range like that. But nonetheless, it shows up. So I'm deemed to show it to you, and I did. But again, I don't believe that's probably going to happen. I doubt it, but it might. We'll have to see. We'll have to watch the models, right? See how they pan out. All right, y'all. I don't have much else to give you. One thing I need to say is there's 3 people out there that I promised gift cards to. Y'all, I apologize. My life has been, if you work in retail right now, those that might know what I'm talking about here. I work, I sleep. I work, I sleep. I work, I sleep. I work, then sleep. I work, then sleep. That's been my life for the past 2 weeks here right now. I am whipped beyond tired. I have not had time to do anything, y'all. So, Janie, you're one of them. I apologize. I did not get those gift cards in the mail to you guys yet, but I promise you it's on my list. Brian, I hear you. I sent a message to James. I haven't even opened up the message yet. Y'all is right. I have not done it yet. I just have not had the time or the second of a day to do anything. Like right now, as quick as I get off here, y'all, I jump in the shower and head to work. And then I won't get home tonight until probably 10 o'clock tonight. And that's been my life for the past almost 2 weeks here right now. I've been so busy. It is you wouldn't believe how busy 2 people can be. My little assistant, God, thank God I have Joyce. My oh my, I don't know what I'd do without her, honestly. With these bad knees I got on top of it, that's another thing. I come home when I say I get home. What do I do first thing? I put ice on my knees. I get my legs up. I have to have ice on my knees just to get swelling back down on my legs. Swelling on my is crazy going on right now, and I have to get the swelling down on my knees to just almost walk to bed, honestly, and that's been my life right now. So I apologize to you 3 for not getting those gift cards out there. I'm so very apologetic. I apologize for that. It's my fault. I'm totally responsible for it, but I will get those to you. I promise you. Okay. Again, y'all, have a Merry Christmas. I don't know when I'll talk to you again. Obviously, Christmas Eve is a hectic life with 5 grandkids. Okay, so we'll have a Christmas Eve party and celebrate Christmas all together with all my kids and my grandchildren. And Christmas Day, I'll be with grandkids again with some of them. Some of them will have to go taxi back to their own home to celebrate Christmas at their house, but I will be with 3 little grandkids on Christmas Day for sure. So y'all have a great Christmas. God bless you all, and I can't thank y'all enough for this year that we've had. We've had an incredible year on this page. We've doubled the subscribers. We have 2 times more subscribers right now than what we had last year. Incredible growth on the page, and that gives me the ability to pay James and Kayla. I basically took all proceeds of this month and gave it to Kayla and James, is what I did. And that's the truth of it. I did. I gave it all back to James and Kayla. And they earned it for the year, honestly. So I didn't pocket a single cent from the takes of this month's Facebook profits here at all. I didn't do any of it. I gave it all back to James and Kayla. So y'all, and that's what I should have done, and that's what I did do. So y'all have a great Christmas. God bless you all, and we'll talk again soon. Okay, I'll keep you updated on this possibility of this crazy snow that the European extended model is showing right now. I doubt that's going to happen. I doubt it. But we will see. We'll see. All right, guys. Have a great Christmas. God bless you all, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day, everyone.